About a week before the movie Only the Brave opened, we sat down with Josh Brolin, who plays the role of Eric Marsh, the crew superintendent of the Granite Mountain Hotshots. The entire crew perished in the Yarnell Hill fire in 2013.
What is your theory about why the Granite Mountain Hotshots left the safety of the black burned over area and headed towards that ranch?
I would never pretend to get in their heads at all or what any of them were thinking, especially Eric. But I do know that if they had left probably 5 minutes before, they would have made it to the ranch. Had they left 5 minutes after, they probably would have seen the fire turn around. But I also know, at least in the firefighting community that I've been around for 30 years, you have been, you were a hotshot for 5 years, you were a wildland firefighter for 33 years, is that right? I've been 30 years, I've been around these guys, so I know these guys very well, and I know how antsy they are when they don't feel like they're being of service. And when they're in the black and the fire is actually going away from you, I think that you want to get down there and be of service, especially if it's going toward the town. So I can only imagine, but I would never, staunchly say that, oh, I think this happened, I think that happened, because freak accidents happen. Was it avoidable? Sure, if you stayed in the black. But was that the point at that moment? I don't know.
And you were a firefighter for a while.
I was, yeah.
A volunteer firefighter?
Volunteer.
Where?
Mescal, Arizona.
Where?
Mescal, Arizona, yeah, outside of Tucson, before Benson. Yeah.
And you played in the movie Eric Marsh, who was the superintendent of the Granite Mountain Hotshots. How would you describe that character?
Flawed, like all the guys that I know, I think he was very ambitious in trying to get those guys, being the only municipal crew that actually became hotshots. And I think he worked his crew very hard. I think it was important for me that when I got these actors together to kind of strip away all the kind of entitlement and vanity and all that, and to really just get down to brass roots and respectfully portray these guys in the way that I knew them to be.
Was there one scene in the movie that was more emotional for you than others?
The end was obviously very, very emotional for all of us, being, I think, sensitive to the story that we were telling, I'm saying outwardly sensitive. It wasn't just one of those themes that we were really sensitive during that time. I think all the guys were very sensitive during that time. I also think the scene with Amanda, with Jennifer, was in the car, was very sensitive because it's very real to all marriages in that situation where you just want things to be okay, but because of the circumstances at hand, you're fighting a lot of different obstacles and realities.
Here's a picture taken on the set. Do you miss any of those guys?
I don't know, because I talk to them all the time.
Really?
All the time. It's one of the only movies that I've ever done out of, I don't know how many I've done, 50, where I keep in communication with every single person that you see here.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So, do I miss these guys? I miss hanging out with them. I miss being on set with them. I miss the experience of what we went through, because I think it was intense and fun, and there was a lot of ribbing going on, and I miss Silent Rock and all the things that we created to have fun. But yeah, man, this is my family.
I've got another picture too. I've been checking you out on Instagram.
Okay.
And you wrote this there.
Yeah.
This is turning out to be one of the most special experiences of my life. I love firefighters. I love what they stand for. I like who they are to America, and I just simply love who they are as human beings. A special group of misfits who care so much they can't help but help.
It's accurate.
You mean misfits in the best sense of the word.
Of course. I use misfits often. I use misfits with the California boys that I grew up with, and I use misfits with these guys because they get it. They just get it. They get what community is, they get what camaraderie is, they get what family is, they get what, it's like another word that can be taken negatively, but I say it positively, is the Mafia,
I think those are powerful words there.
Yeah, thank you.
Nice meeting you, Josh.
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Pleasure. Respectfully, pleasure.